This morning, a 72-year-old woman passed away unexpectedly. The cause? A mistake she made without even realizing it. Something so common that many people over 70 do every single day. The truth is, as we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to small habits that might have seemed harmless in our younger years. Unfortunately, those seemingly small choices can add up in ways that put our health at serious risk. In this video, we're diving into 4 morning mistakes that could be putting you in danger without you realizing it. These are mistakes that can affect your heart, your circulation, your balance, and even your brain function. The worst part? Most people over 70 make at least one of these mistakes every single morning. But the good news is, once you're aware of them, they're easy to fix. Stay with me until the end because the final mistake is one that almost no one talks about, yet it's one of the most dangerous. Many seniors don't even realize they're doing it, yet it can significantly increase the risk of falls, dizziness, and even heart problems. You don't want to miss it.
Mistake number 1. Getting out of bed too quickly. This seemingly innocuous morning routine can, in fact, harbor significant risks, particularly for older adults. A. The danger. The act of rapidly transitioning from a horizontal to a vertical position after hours of sleep can have serious consequences. It frequently leads to feelings of dizziness and lightheadedness, and more concerning, can cause a sudden and significant drop in blood pressure, medically termed orthostatic hypotension. This rapid decline in blood pressure can deprive the brain of adequate blood flow, leading to blurred vision, confusion, and most dangerously, falls. Falls are a leading cause of injury and disability among older adults, often resulting in fractures, head trauma, and a subsequent decline in independence. B. The physiological reason. The human circulatory system is remarkably adaptive, but with age, its responsiveness can diminish. In older adults, the baroreceptors, specialized sensors in blood vessels that regulate blood pressure, become less efficient. After lying down for an extended period, blood tends to pool in the lower extremities. When an older individual stands up too quickly, their circulatory system struggles to rapidly redistribute blood flow against gravity to the brain and upper body. This delayed and insufficient response is what triggers the symptoms of orthostatic hypotension.
C. Warning signs. Recognizing the warning signs is crucial for prevention. If you frequently experience feeling off balance, lightheaded, or dizzy immediately after getting out of bed, or notice blurred vision that takes a moment to clear, these are clear indicators that your body is struggling to adjust. Similarly, if you find yourself needing to grab onto furniture or a wall to steady yourself, it's a strong signal that you are rising too quickly. D. Illustrative example. Consider the case of Edward, a spry 74-year-old who, despite his overall good health, had a startling experience one morning. As was his habit, he swung his legs out of bed and stood up swiftly. Suddenly, the room began to spin, his vision blurred, and the next thing he knew, he was on the floor, having experienced a brief blackout. Thankfully, Edward's fall resulted only in minor bruising, but it served as a stark reminder of the hidden dangers of an overly hasty morning routine. His doctor later explained that his sudden change in posture had triggered orthostatic hypotension, leading to the temporary loss of consciousness.
E. The solution. A 3-step process for getting out of bed safely. Preventing these incidences is straightforward and involves a deliberate, gentle approach to rising. 1. Wake up slowly. Instead of immediately leaping out of bed, take a few moments to gently transition from sleep. Begin by taking several deep breaths, allowing your body to slowly reoxygenate. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes to stimulate circulation throughout your extremities. This sends early signals to your circulatory system to prepare for the change in position. 2. Sit up gradually. Rather than a sudden sit-up, roll onto your side first.
Then, using your arms for support, slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Allow your legs to dangle off the side of the bed. This intermediate step allows gravity to begin its work on your blood flow in a controlled manner, preventing a sudden rush. 3. Pause before standing. Once seated, resist the urge to immediately stand. Take a moment to simply sit and steady yourself. This brief pause, even just 30 seconds to a minute, allows your blood pressure to stabilize and your circulatory system to fully adjust to the vertical challenge it's about to face. While seated, you can further aid circulation by gently moving your ankles in circles and stretching your arms overhead. F. The importance of prevention. The emphasis on preventing falls cannot be overstated. For older adults, a fall can initiate a cascade of negative health outcomes. Beyond immediate injuries like hip fractures or head trauma, falls can lead to a fear of falling, reduced physical activity, social isolation, and a significant decline in overall mobility and independence. By adopting a conscious and gradual approach to getting out of bed, we can significantly mitigate the risk of these dangerous incidents, promoting continued well-being and a higher quality of life.
Mistake number 2. Skipping water in the morning. This seemingly minor omission can have a profound impact on our physiological well-being, particularly as we age. A. The problem. It's a deeply ingrained habit for many to reach for coffee or tea as their first morning beverage. However, consciously choosing not to drink a glass of water immediately after waking up is a frequently overlooked mistake, one that can subtly yet significantly contribute to various health challenges. B. The reason. During the hours of sleep, our bodies continue to perform essential functions, including respiration and perspiration, leading to a continuous, albeit gradual, loss of fluids. Consequently, the body is in a state of mild, yet significant dehydration upon waking. This reduces the overall volume of blood, making it thicker and more viscous. This increased viscosity directly translates to slower, more labored circulation, as the heart has to work harder to pump the denser fluid through the vascular system. C. Potential consequences. The immediate aftermath of this morning dehydration can be subtle, manifesting as a general feeling of sluggishness or mental fogginess. However, the long-term or cumulative effects are far more serious. Thicker blood and a struggling circulatory system place undue strain on the cardiovascular system, potentially increasing the risk of developing or exacerbating high blood pressure. More critically, it can contribute to poor circulation, which, over time, heightens the risk of severe cardiovascular events, such as stroke or heart attack, especially for individuals already predisposed to these conditions. D. Signs of dehydration. Our bodies often send clear signals when they are in need of hydration, even in the morning. Waking up with a noticeably dry mouth, experiencing stiff or achy joints, or feeling a persistent sense of low energy despite adequate sleep are common indicators of dehydration. Furthermore, that lingering sensation of not being fully awake or mentally sharp even after several minutes out of bed can often be traced back to insufficient morning hydration.
E. Illustrative example. Consider the transformative experience of James, a 76-year-old who for years had grappled with persistent morning dizziness and a frustrating brain fog that took hours to dissipate. Despite various attempts to improve his sleep and diet, the issues persisted. On the advice of his doctor, he began the simple practice of drinking a large glass of water before his customary morning toffee. Within weeks, James noticed a dramatic reduction in his morning dizziness, and his mental clarity improved significantly, allowing him to feel more awake and productive much earlier in the day. This simple change, rehydrating his body as a priority, was a game changer for his morning well-being. F. The benefits of morning hydration. The act of drinking water first thing in the morning offers a cascade of health benefits that extend far beyond simply quenching thirst. 1. Improves blood flow. By rehydrating the blood, it becomes less viscous, allowing for smoother, more efficient circulation throughout the body. This ensures better oxygen and nutrient delivery to all organs and tissues. 2. Aids kidney function. Our kidneys play a vital role in filtering waste products from the blood. Adequate hydration in the morning provides the necessary fluid volume for the kidneys to perform this crucial detoxification process effectively, reducing strain on these vital organs. 3. Reduces strain on the heart. With blood flowing more smoothly and easily, the heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump it around the body, thereby reducing overall cardiovascular strain and promoting heart health. 4. Jumpstarts metabolism. Water is essential for metabolic processes. Drinking it in the morning can help kickstart your metabolism, potentially leading to better energy utilization throughout the day. 5. Aids digestion. Hydration is key for proper digestion. Water helps to soften stool and facilitate smooth bowel movements, preventing constipation and promoting a healthy digestive system.
G. Simple implementation. Incorporating this vital habit into your routine is remarkably simple. The easiest method is to keep a glass or bottle of water by your bedside before you go to sleep. This ensures that it's the first thing you see and reach for upon waking. For those who prefer a more palatable option, a glass of warm water with a squeeze of fresh lemon is an excellent alternative. The warmth can be soothing, and the lemon provides additional benefits, including antioxidants and a refreshing taste. This small, conscious effort can set a powerful positive tone for your entire day.
Mistake number 3. Drinking coffee before eating. For countless individuals, the aroma of brewing coffee is synonymous with the start of their day, and the first sip is taken before any food has passed their lips. A. The common habit. The ritual is deeply ingrained. Wake up, head straight to the kitchen, and prepare that invigorating cup of coffee. Many people consume their first dose of caffeine on an entirely empty stomach, believing it to be the most efficient way to kickstart their alertness and energy. This immediate rush of coffee often precedes any form of breakfast or even a small bite of food. B. The problem. While coffee certainly provides a wake-up call, consuming it on an empty stomach can trigger an unhelpful physiological response. The primary concern lies with its impact on cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone. Cortisol levels naturally peak in the morning, helping us wake up. Introducing caffeine into this already elevated state can cause an additional, unnatural spike in cortisol. This sustained or exaggerated elevation of stress hormones can lead to a cascade of negative effects, including heightened feelings of anxiety, digestive discomfort, and an overall sense of stress on the body and its systems, particularly the adrenal glands.
C. Negative effects. The repercussions of coffee on an empty stomach extend beyond hormonal fluctuations. 1. Can cause jitters, lightheadedness, or nausea. The rapid absorption of caffeine without any food to slow it down can lead to an overwhelming rush, resulting in unpleasant side effects such as shakiness, pronounced jitters, a feeling of lightheadedness, or even mild nausea for sensitive individuals. This rapid absorption can also lead to a more dramatic crash later in the day. 2. The acidity can irritate the stomach lining, leading to indigestion, acid reflux, or heartburn. Coffee is inherently acidic. When consumed on an empty stomach, this acidity directly contacts the unprotected stomach lining. For many, this can lead to uncomfortable symptoms like indigestion, a burning sensation known as heartburn, or the regurgitation of stomach acid into the esophagus, commonly known as acid reflux. Chronic irritation can potentially exacerbate existing gastrointestinal conditions or contribute to their development. D. Illustrative example. Consider the experience of Mr. Roberts, a 75-year-old who had suffered from persistent acid reflux for years, often worsening in the mornings. He attributed it to various foods, but never considered his morning coffee routine. On his doctor's advice, he started consuming a small banana or a few crackers before his morning cup of joe. To his surprise, within a couple of weeks, his morning acid reflux significantly improved, and he found he could enjoy his coffee with far less discomfort. This simple timing adjustment made a substantial difference to his daily well-being.
E. The solution. It's about timing, not elimination. The good news is that you don't necessarily have to give up your beloved morning coffee. The key lies in strategic timing. 1. Eat a small snack first. The simplest and most effective solution is to consume a small amount of food before you drink your coffee. This acts as a protective buffer for your stomach lining against the coffee's acidity. Excellent choices include a banana, rich in potassium and easy to digest, a handful of nuts, providing healthy fats and protein, or a few plain crackers or a piece of toast. Even a spoonful of yogurt can make a difference. 2. Eating first helps stabilize blood sugar and slows caffeine absorption for a more steady energy boost. Introducing food before coffee helps to stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the sharp peaks and valleys that can contribute to morning sluggishness. Furthermore, food in the stomach slows down the rate at which caffeine is absorbed into the bloodstream. This means you'll experience a more gradual, sustained energy boost, rather than a sudden jolt followed by a rapid decline, leading to a smoother and more balanced start to your day. This small adjustment can transform your coffee habit into a more consistently positive experience.
Mistake 4. Ignoring morning stiffness and moving too quickly. This is a common complaint, particularly as we age, but how we respond to it can significantly impact our daily well-being and safety. A. The common misconception. For many, waking up with a creak in the knees or a tight back is simply dismissed as an inevitable part of getting older. There's a pervasive misconception that morning stiffness is a benign, unchangeable symptom of aging, leading individuals to believe they must simply push through it with immediate, brisk movements. This can be a dangerous approach, as ignoring these bodily signals can have serious consequences. B. The underlying cause. The truth behind morning stiffness is physiological. After hours of sleep, our muscles and joints naturally stiffen. This is primarily due to reduced movement during the night. When we are sedentary, the synovial fluid, a lubricating substance found in our joints, becomes less viscous and doesn't circulate as freely. Imagine it like a rusty hinge. Without movement, it becomes harder to operate. Muscles, too, can shorten slightly overnight, and blood flow to these tissues can be reduced, contributing to that rigid feeling upon waking. Conditions like arthritis can further exacerbate this natural morning stiffness.
C. The risk. The immediate danger of ignoring this physiological reality and moving too quickly without warming up cannot be overstated. A sudden, unconditioned movement can lead to acute pain, muscle strains, ligament sprains, or even more serious injuries like fractures, especially in bones weakened by osteoporosis. Moreover, this rapid transition from stiffness to active movement significantly increases the risk of falls. A stiff body has reduced balance and coordination, making it far more susceptible to losing footing or misjudging steps, particularly during those vulnerable first few minutes out of bed.
C. The risk.
The immediate danger of ignoring this physiological reality and moving too quickly without warming up cannot be overstated. A sudden, unconditioned movement can lead to acute pain, muscle strains, ligament sprains, or even more serious injuries like fractures, especially in bones weakened by osteoporosis. Moreover, this rapid transition from stiffness to active movement significantly increases the risk of falls. A stiff body has reduced balance and coordination, making it far more susceptible to losing footing or misjudging steps, particularly during those vulnerable first few minutes out of bed. D. Illustrative example. Consider the unfortunate case of Walter, 78, who was eager to start his day and usually jumped out of bed to tend to his garden. One cool morning, feeling particularly stiff, he nonetheless propelled himself up quickly. His body, not yet limber, failed to adequately support him. He stumbled, caught his foot, and fell heavily, breaking his hip. The subsequent surgery, prolonged hospital stay, and challenging rehabilitation process meant Walter was unable to garden for many months, and his overall mobility was severely impacted, all stemming from a moment of impatience with his body's natural morning state.
E. The prevention strategy: gentle morning movements. The solution is not to remain immobile, but to approach movement with intention and gentleness, allowing the body time to relubricate and warm up. 1. In bed. Before even attempting to sit up, engage in a series of gentle movements while still lying down. Start by wiggling your fingers and toes, gradually increasing the range of motion. Rotate your ankles slowly in both directions. Extend your arms overhead for a gentle full-body stretch. Perform gentle knee lifts, bringing one knee towards your chest at a time. These simple actions help to stimulate blood flow, warm the muscles, and encourage the circulation of synovial fluid in the joints. 2. After sitting up. Once you've safely transitioned to a seated position at the edge of the bed, as discussed in mistake number 1, continue with some light movements. Gently roll your shoulders forward and backward. Perform slow neck rotations or gentle side bends. Engage in some light stretching, reaching for your toes if comfortable, or performing gentle side stretches. These seated exercises further prepare your spine and major muscle groups for standing. Adopting a strategy of mindful movement for the first few minutes of your day is paramount. This means taking the first steps of the day slowly, consciously focusing on your balance, and being prepared to use support if needed. Leaning on furniture, using a walker, or holding onto a rail for those initial steps can prevent strain and reduce the risk of injury. By respecting your body's morning stiffness and allowing it a gentle warm-up period, you can significantly enhance your comfort, reduce your risk of falls, and set a safer, more positive tone for the rest of your day.
As we conclude our exploration of common morning pitfalls, the overarching message becomes abundantly clear. Small, mindful adjustments to our morning routines are not merely beneficial, but absolutely crucial for maintaining health, enhancing safety, and preserving independence, especially after the age of 70. Each mistake we've discussed, from the hurried exit from bed to the skipped morning hydration and the unbuffered coffee to the neglected stiffness, represents a subtle yet significant opportunity to improve our daily well-being. These aren't radical overhauls, but rather simple shifts in habit that yield profound positive impacts. Understanding these common missteps isn't about fostering fear, it's about fostering empowerment through awareness. When you know the potential dangers associated with getting out of bed too quickly, or the physiological reasons behind the need for morning hydration, you're no longer just following advice blindly. You gain the power to consciously avoid these pitfalls, to proactively support your body's needs, and to take genuine control of your health journey. This knowledge transforms passive routine into active self-care, allowing you to confidently navigate your mornings with greater safety and vitality. We encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own morning habits.
Do any of the mistakes we've discussed resonate with your current routine? Perhaps you've experienced some of the warning signs or recognized a habit you'd like to change. We believe that even one small adjustment can make a remarkable difference. We'd love to hear from you. Please comment below on what you've learned from this discussion and, more importantly, how you plan to apply these insights to your own mornings. Your experiences and plan changes can inspire others in our community. If you found this information helpful and valuable, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing to our channel for more content focused on healthy aging, and sharing it with friends, family, or anyone you believe could benefit from these important tips. Your support helps us create more content dedicated to helping you live a healthier, safer, and more fulfilling life.